Good morning, Christy from Stone Beach. It just feels so good to be down here. It's very relaxing today, very calm. It's a little chilly, but I always warm up. I think it's like in the upper 20s, but the wind isn't whipping around, so that makes a big difference. And just coming down here to enjoy our sacred spot at Stone Beach and talk to Alice. Hi, Alice. I named her Alice. She actually knows she named herself Alice, but that's another story. It's just amazing to be part of this one consciousness and to energetically connect with Gaia. And so I just thought we could sit here and in the stillness and calm we could kind of meditate together and just feel the energy and the power of everything that is down here, so sacred. So with that I will be quiet, and here we go with love. Let's meditate light energy to all the world. Trying to put my other glove on because I thought we would go for a walk, so bear with me while I try not to freeze my hands, but I can't do anything on an iPhone with pressing record and gloves on, so that's how you have to deal with it. I don't edit these videos. I just want them to come through naturally with whatever's happening. See if we can walk. I'll show you these stones. See, they're all beautiful. Everybody knows who's watched these videos, I think, about this special location. A lot of people know about it over on Instagram. If anybody wants to follow me over there, you can, under the same name, Kelly Wagener, W-A-G-E-N-E-R. So if this is on up on Facebook, I don't know what I'm going to do with this video yet. I never know whether I'm going to toss them or just put them up and let's see where this goes. So that's usually what I do. Light areas. I love coming through here and hiking. You can see all the wonderful moss that covers these big rocks. Now, what's really exciting today is you can see with the calmness, I'm wondering if I can get out there. I can, and I've done it, but I haven't recorded it. So bear with me as we go through these rocks. And God, I just love this moss. the amazing thing about this stone, that big rock right there, told this story before, and I'll probably tell it again and again because it was the most exhilarating experience. Let's see if we can make our way out here. To me, because this whole area will be underwater, and if you see, there's another big stone right there that I often sit on and meditate, and the water will come up and splash against it. Sometimes it's even underwater. So this is usually underwater. Now, I watch the locals do it, learning how to swim out here. It looks very frightening, doesn't it? All these rocks. It's definitely easier to get in. Sorry, I hope I didn't just give you the spins. It's definitely easier to get in down there, but I've kind of learned. I wear a pair of, I think they were Merrell hiking water shoes, and it was the best purchase ever. Such a gift from the universe, because then I could wear the shoes out here. And, you know, I learned to come out here in the water, and, don't worry, I'm okay, I do this stuff all the time. Oh, there we've got some, let's do some light activation while we're talking. Just let the thoughts flow. I'm learning how to do this, so I'm learning online, unedited, how to be still and just let it flow. Okay, so I come out here and I learned to walk on these stones, kind of around them. When you're working with the universe, it's amazing what they teach you. See how close we are now to this? I can't get on the other side with my iPhone. I might be able to do it in the future, looking into ways that I can film, not having to hold the iPhone like this. So that's what I'm doing right now. But let me back up. She is covered in that slippery green moss, okay? And she's really smooth. Now on the other side of this, there's an area that kind of looks like a water slide, is the best way to describe it. And it's covered in moss, and the way I discovered this, it's not something I came out here to do, trust me. I was hanging out there with Alice, and I decided to come over here and check this rock out. And this big wave, as I'm doing this, came and lifted me up, and I thought, oh God, here we go. What's gonna happen? You know, and I was really in a great spiritual place. So I was like, okay, let's find out, where am I going? And it just gently picked me up and put me on this stone, and I slid down like a seal on a rock, and just couldn't stop laughing. And then I would come out here, you know, when the tide is not too rough, and play with this, you know, new skill that I've learned. That is not really a skill. It's working with everything around here, and everything has consciousness and energy, and the universe really does know how to, once you learn, you know, law of attraction, I keep talking about that. You can learn, you know, however you find your way to this new energy through yourself. It doesn't matter, you know, what religion, race, culture, language you speak, how you want to do it. That's the beauty of the awakening, is there's no, if somebody claims to be a guru, then that's not somebody I would follow. You really need to be your own guru, and once you learn how to use law of attraction to control your thinking, you just have to repattern it. It takes a while. I think the older you are, the more conditioning you have in your life to remove a lot of those blocks. A lot of empaths, which I am. I didn't know it until my awakening, and I wondered why I was so different. And you will hear that from empath after empath. Just you absorb the energy of everything around you. And you don't understand really what's going on, but you just are more sensitive. You're the one that has to run into the bathroom and cry because somebody said something that hurt your feelings, or you walk into a room and you feel like you did something wrong because the energy is just so negative. That's where I was at certain points in my life. And you know, it's a blessing to have come through this awakening and come out the other side feeling something I've never felt before, which is absolute and total freedom to be myself, and spread the word of love, because this is not some big scary thing. It is the shifting of consciousness, and you know, we are growing, we are evolving, and that's because of the light people and prayers and meditators from around the world have brought into the planet. Just kind of trying to give you guys a view. Okay, let me just stop and take a breath. Because people who know me, when I start talking, I just start rambling. So, let's get a little, okay, here we go. You see her, she's, so anyway, it's not something I would bring kids out here and say, hey, let's play on the water slide, kids. But it was just astonishing to me, and I've learned how to do it. The surfers come out here, and if you can see all the way back there where that little wave is crashing, there's no surfers out here today because there's no waves, but they have to go out pretty far. So this is really shallow water that I walk out in, and I use all four, you know, and my butt sometimes to get, you know, through some of these stones and make sure you know I put my feet out in front of me. So I've just learned to navigate it, and the amazing thing is when you come out here and you're just like, I love to come out here and just drift on a boogie board in the middle of the summer when it's so hot, and you know, there's nothing more gorgeous than feeling like you're just out here with everything. The goose. I mean, I always say that. The swan. Oh God, I love it when that happens. It's always a very spiritual moment for me. There was one swan, and it's one consciousness. That's the thing. It's I think that used to intimidate me. I don't know if you can see her in the background. Just representing the peace and love and joy that is coming into the planet. So many people are waking up to this truth and discovering that they have more control over their minds, and understanding that we create suffering in our own heads by reliving things over and over again. So I don't want to make this too long. You can see we're going on 14 minutes. Just some thoughts I had. I'm gonna hang out here a while and play. It's a little cold. I may or may not. I'm living in the now. So that's what it's all about, living in the presence. And just enjoying every little thing around you, instead of always worrying about the future or going through the past, trying to figure something out. You know, when you understand, how do I explain this? It's so hard to, you know, put these experiences into words. There's just no words. It's just a knowing. when that vibration hits you, there's nothing like it. And you can hear every light worker, every empath, or if you don't want to identify yourself as a light worker, fine. I think for a lot of us who are so broken, that word meant a lot to me. It didn't mean that I was better than anybody. It just all of a sudden made sense on why I saw the world so differently and why I grew up so angry and at the injustices. So you can call yourself whatever you want. It's just about loving the one you're with. I think Howard Storm, I heard him first say that. His near-death experience is very interesting. He had a hellish experience. Of course, you know, there is no hell. Hell is in our minds. It's created by man. He did get rescued from hell, and I was like doing the jig of like, I knew God wouldn't send people to hell for forever and ever in eternity to suffer. It's like, why would a loving God do that? So I was all excited about that, you know, when Jesus came and rescued him out of his hell when he asked for it. And he did ask Jesus a lot of questions, and he was really disappointed to find out he had to come back. I think a lot of us could understand what that feels like. Oh, God, don't make me come back. But he kept saying, well, what's my mission? And Jesus was saying, love the one you're with. And he's like, no, but do you want me to build like this monument? And, you know, Jesus was laughing, saying, no, please don't do that. Just love the one you're with. What's the plan, Jesus? He said, that's the master plan. Love the one you're with. And Howard sitting here, and I just thought it was so cute and hilarious, because I had this total vision of the two of them going on, and Howard trying to convince Jesus that that his plan wasn't going to work. I love that story. I did. You can find that. That's an early Howard Storm. If anybody's aware of him, I love his near-death experiences. I think he's now he totally different man, and just had a really, you know, I think a lot of my friends that I met were near-death experiencers, and they always said I came back and people kept telling me I was crazy, and I stopped talking about it. I'm like, but how, you know, I just didn't understand. I thought, like, you must have had the best experience, and it's the coming back and essentially hitting back into this three-dimensional reality where we separate ourselves from one another. So in all, you know, it's about being you. It's about you being part of God and experiencing creation, creating your own ideas from your own imagination, and by doing that, you expand the universe. And one of the things that Abraham Hicks taught me is that you know, they feel they're with you everywhere, you know, so they feel so much more. I mean, it just makes them giddy. I don't even know if I have the words. I don't, because I'm still Kelly, and I'm still here, and I don't have it all figured out, but I do understand the vibrations and what that means on the emotional scale, and there's a lot of new terminology. So with that, I'm going to cut this off because it looks like we're getting a little bit too long. 1919, is that where we're at? Okay, so let's leave you with some peace, quiet. Okay, let's get some, see if we can say hi to the sun. I love the sun. Okay. Here's wishing everybody a wonderful day. Just remember, be yourself. Whoever that is, whatever you want to do, be yourself and find the authentic voice in your heart and follow it. That's my best. I don't like giving advice. So let's say tip. I'm trying to figure out as a writer how to choose new words. So maybe we'll have to make some up. That'll be fun. But we haven't done that yet. So let's see if I can just send out love and energy, and may you all just have a wonderful journey through your now moment.